back. Episode 3.
Back. Episode 3. Technically, episode 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Attempted episode 8, technically. We haven't talked about it, but we did record some episodes, and some stuff happened. Sad things. But, I mean, it's good to get all of the, hiccups out of the way.
We got the kinks.
Yeah.
Out.
All the way out.
All the way over there.
The kinks have been straightened.
Oh, also, we are mildly high.
Yeah,
what would you say?
What, 2 bowls?
We smoked 2 bowls.
2.5?
2.5?
2.5 bowls.
2.5
of some
bowls.
Master Kush.
Some Master Kush. What is
From Honeybud's delivery system.
From Honeybuds. Sponsor us. Honeybuds. We got you.
For real, though. But, yeah. And then, are we going to be hitting on the plug and play while we're here?
Oh, yeah. What you even asking me? What's today? Friday?
Saturday?
Saturday. What's Saturday? I don't know. They have good deals at Firehouse, and I'm trying to get some good deals, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, tomorrow, I think, is the buy 2, get 1 free on the, or buy 2, get 1 for a penny.
Dude,
on
what do you think they would
the
say
pods.
if I told them that my freaking pod started leaking?
Leaking? I did see that. Which one is it?
It started out as the one you like,
The orange,
creamy,
the orange one?
cream.
Tangy cream, yeah.
And then now everything I put in there, even after I clean it, is getting like that.
I think it might just be the inside of that.
I know, but how do you clean that?
Q-tips. I would use Q-tips probably.
I'm gonna take it next time I go and ask them, like, yo, help me out, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I would do that. But yeah, I think there's these little Q-tips that have alcohol on them.
What was this one? Do you remember what the flavor of this one is?
Which one is it?
Not sour, tangy cream.
Orange cream?
Tangy cream, yeah, the orange cream.
It's the orange cream flavor, right?
No, I know, but like sativa.
Oh, what strain it is? I have no idea. Tangy is usually a sativa. So I would, Tangy is a sativa.
That makes sense. I didn't know what I was buying. I kind of just picked out what sounded kind of good.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get this YouTube channel to a place like I've seen like Eric Kahn get and this other guy that I watch.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is like plug and play peeps come out and they give them like a new battery. Or they give them the new stuff that nobody can find.
No, I've seen those videos, yeah.
I want to
like
do
that. Dude,
I
did you
think that
see...
would be cool for this.
Did you see Eric Kahn's 500K smoke sesh with West Coast Cure and stuff? Dude, I met the guys from West Coast Cure.
Where?
At a Vic Mensa concert. Vic Mensa Smoke Perp concert. It was December in 2017, I think. Pretty sure. And so, yeah. They were just throwing out. They brought a bag full of joints, and they brought him out. Vic Mensa brought him out for his song. He has a song called "Rolling Like a Stoner," and on that song he brought out the dude, and he just threw an entire bag, full of joints. Just got him and just tossed them all into the crowd. We got 3 of them.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, it was sick. And then they threw more for the next dude. We saw Smoke Perp after that.
Mm-hmm. They threw a bunch too.
Yeah, he was the next set after Vic, and they threw a bunch. But no, we met them outside before, and we got free tickets to go into the place. Yeah, they gave us wristbands to get in.
Wow, they got good marketing.
No, it was sick. I got I have a West Coast Cure hat actually. Yeah, I have a hat. I'll have to find it and
dude,
wear it
that's
for
crazy.
one of these.
He already been supporting y'all.
Yeah, dude, West Coast
hook
Cure.
It up. Guys, if you hook it up, we'll hook it up.
Hey, their joints are fire. They really are.
Remembers your joints, guys. Let's hook up again. What was it? The Vic Mensa Smoke Perp concert at where?
Oh, it was in Santa Monica. Or
Santa
Monica.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Yeah, it was at Santa Ana at the observatory. That shit was sick. That was probably one of my favorite concerts. Have you been to a concert, Chris?
Mm-hmm. A couple.
Who have you seen?
I saw Lecrae and his peeps, and then I saw some other like more Christian bandy peeps, but they were at the arena at the Ontario Center
Oh, really?
at the Business Bank.
Oh, at the Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario?
So we went there for a couple.
I feel it. That was sick.
And then I went to this kind of like pop-up-y one for Andy Mineo. Dude, you know Andy Mineo?
Mm-mm.
He's good. I should play him just so like you could get an idea. But like, he's pretty good. He just came out with a new song actually with Futuristic.
I know Futuristic.
Yeah, Futuristic's cool. And he works with NF.
Oh, for real?
I want to see Andy Mineo and NF. You know.
NF is dope. NF is definitely... He's dope.
He said...
I think still my favorite concert that I've been to is Chance. Chance the Rapper. It was at the Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
Mm.
It was for Day and Night. Day and Night 2017. Show was sick. It was still one of the best weekends of my life. I talk about it all the time. It's fucking sick.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Dude, your brother was there.
I know, it was apparently a big deal.
It was crazy. It was sick.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Sounds like the business was had. Have you ever seen the movie Blind Spotting?
Blind Spotting? No.
I think that's what it's called.
Or Blind Side.
It's with David Diggs. He was in like the Hamilton stuff.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good. Here, wait. Let me show you. Look at this. Is crazy. I thought it was crazy. Maybe you might not. It's good. But like, it's kind of like a rap movie.
Like 8 Mile?
Almost like an 8 Mile-ish. It's like the same thing. It follows a specific person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The first part was kind of just whatever. But then he said, all this talking don't mean shit. I mean shit. I've been in my element, eloquent, spitting hella development. I've been telling Shellerman not to walk like a felon, just fucking flipping the middle finger to feeling irrelevant. Reveling in my freedom till you turn heaven to hell. And then he says, and hello, sir. And then he says, I'm gonna need you to open your effing eyes and see and look. And see that it says, you might think you know what's happening, but you don't feel it like we do. To feel it, it has to be you. Cut you. But you don't know what the cut do. You all reflex, but when reflux bleeds the gut, then you see the faces. And then he says, leave the vases. Moving people in and out for a fee. Feeding this town decay and appetite of me. Appetizer, huh? I must be tasty, but I stay angry 'cause y'all get hazy. I'm the one out here stuck on a clock, loving a curfew to keep me off of the block. Fuck, what time is it? He said, no, I did my time. How come every time you come around, you monsters got me feeling like a monster in my own town? And then he said, I say it while I'm rapping, 'cause everyone conditioned to listen to a rapping, but I'm rapping to the active, 'cause you're the one capping it. It's cool though. Like, I like the way you did it. It was really poetic.
Yeah, I feel it.
He said he was rapping to the active N-word, 'cause he's the one, you know, the white people and the guns are the ones who are actually killing people.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a good one.
It is. No, yeah. And, like, some of the rhyme structure sounded like, almost like chants.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know, maybe think of it somewhere.
Like, just the, like, way he rhymed the words.
Yeah,
like,
it's different. It's a little cadency.
Yeah. Because I think that's, like, Chance's best thing. Is, like, the way he rhymes words.
Yeah.
Cause did you see him in A$AP Ferg's freestyle?
I saw a little snip of it.
Like, it wasn't that good, but like A$AP Ferg's was like trash basically. I mean, I like A$AP Ferg's songs, but he can't freestyle. But this, he might be able to freestyle. He can't he didn't freestyle good then though.
Next to Chance.
But then like yeah, and then Chances was pretty good. It wasn't like near like what I've seen from like a bunch of other people, but in the last bar, just the way he said the words, like it just made it better. I don't know, like the bar wasn't like that
What was
crazy.
the bar? Do you remember?
I could find out, but it was something that they want to like keep a black man down or something. It was,
yeah.
but yeah, all I know is it wasn't very great. But that's why I like Chance, cause like you don't need the bar, but the way he's saying it sounds dope as shit.
Would you put him top 5?
Of all time, like favorites for me, he's number 1, above Eminem and like anyone. All time, like culturally, I put him pretty high, like significance, because I mean he did save SoundCloud completely. Like SoundCloud is only around because Chance stepped in. Sure, they introduced ads, and there's a bunch of ads, but that's what's like generating revenue for it, you know. So Chance gave SoundCloud a way to generate revenue on its own, which I think is dope as fuck, and I don't think he gets enough credit for doing that, because SoundCloud literally would be non-existent right now if it wasn't for him. And that's how a lot of rappers come up. So I think that's dope. So I think it's cultural significance. But skill, I don't know. It's not the best skill. I mean, he's good. He's good at his part of it. I guess, like, his niche. I just like him because his voice is different.
I feel it.
Basically. Yeah. So, what have you been listening to recently, music-wise?
A lot of random stuff.
I've been listening to Sublime.
Really?
Yeah, like some just like chill, like, I mean they are stoner shit, but like also not stoner shit.
Yeah, I feel it.
Ska, reggae.
Ska. I want to listen to more ska.
Dude,
you know
311.
what song I really like?
What song?
It's I Think I'm Okay. By MGK and Youngblood and Travis
Scott?
Scott, yeah. No.
Oh, no. Travis
Pastrana.
Oh shit.
No, what's his name? Travis Barker. Sorry.
Oh, Travis Barker.
Is that on here? Oh, that was in here. I was like, my phone's never sounded that loud.
Yeah.
Got it. But I like that song. It's really good.
I feel it. Yeah, I've just been having like Sublime on repeat basically for a little bit, for like the past couple of days.
How come? Any particular?
I was just getting bored with rap music. There it is, the filter again. Back in action for another day.
It kind of didn't work all the way, but back in action. Honestly, it's really good for concealing most of the smoke.
I don't think it's meant to like conceal 100% of it though.
Oh yeah, no. If you're trying not to get caught, don't smoke. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, I wouldn't recommend it for that. Get like a sploof or something that actually like eradicate.
I think it eradicates the smell 100% though.
It does, but sometimes like I'll be blowing into it.
So what happens when you're using it? You like run out of lung power?
Oh yeah. So sometimes I think I have like I go right, and I think okay, everything's out, and then I'll breathe in. I'll be like, ugh. And I'll breathe out, and I'm like, I still got a little puff.
Yeah. No, I feel it. But I mean,
for $15, it's not bad. If you buy 2 and you spin their wheel, you could probably get like 15 to 20% off, and it's worth it because for $30 you pay for the shipping and handling and all that good stuff. For 2, you don't gotta pay like $35.
Do they have different colors or just?
They do. They have an all black one and then like a weird blue one with like a clip on it that flips around so you could put your stizzy on one side.
Oh, like hit
and
it.
then flip it and blow it on the other side.
Oh, that's
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty sick.
But like, I feel like I couldn't get that past anybody. I feel like this is kind of chill. It's kind of like low key. So like, I just think of it for like amusement parks. Like if I was gonna try to smoke, I would just take one of these, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, yeah, for sure.
And this is pretty concealable. If I wanted to be super low key, I'd just take a stizz. Or even a little stizz. That way, if they try to tell me to throw it away, I'd just be like, fine, throw it away.
Yeah.
But, like, I could ditch it by the end of the day, too. And then take one of these and just be like, it's a asthma inhaler or whatever. Like, it doesn't look like anything weed related.
No.
It looks like smokable, but if you, like, take it apart and you're like, what? What is it? What? You're not going to let me take my inhaler?
Yeah, plus they let vapes in too, so.
Yeah, they let vapes in. They let you drink in the park. Like, it shouldn't be that bad. If you're, like, getting like, ridiculously stoned, like, in a campfire in the front or something, causing a ruckus, then I can totally get it. Or even, like, doing it in a vicinity where, like, people are totally just watching you get super high for no reason. Like,
yeah.
It's like, okay, I can understand that. But, like, just to be able to do it, you know, the same way a smoker does or whatever, or even somebody who drinks. Like, most amusement parks sell alcohol.
That's what I don't understand, is that there's still a stigma towards weed, but it's still healthier for you than alcohol. But, it just, like, kind of made me think, because I definitely understand that some people just don't like weed, and I don't want to force them to smoke. I mean, if you don't like it, I don't care. Don't smoke. If you like drinking, I like drinking sometimes. I don't like drinking more than smoking, but I like it like every once in a while. And so I'm perfectly fine with, like, you don't like smoking. But at the same time, you can't just... I feel like there's a judgment that I smoke. I don't want that to be there. That's a weird thing. It's like, bro, you drink, but I don't judge you for that. So why should you judge me for smoking?
Right. It's a weird double standard where it's like, you shouldn't do that because of what it'll do for your health and what it does to your mind and the safety you put others out of and all this other stuff. And it's like, if you were to take that standard to anything you were doing right now, and you say, oh wow, look at how much you drink, and you put their standards on themselves, they would fail their own little tests in most cases. You know what I mean? It's like, no, technically in the long run, if you keep going like this, you're more health risks.
Yeah.
Technically, if you keep going like this, you put other people at risk if you're driving, if you're under the influence, or you think you're okay, but what if you just weren't that night? You know what I mean? You're taking away your ability to understand whether or not you're too drunk to drive. You're just like, all the time. You know, if you're finishing 2 6-packs in 2 days.
No, yeah. Well, like, I'm saying, like, for a weekend or whatever, you know? Because, sure, you probably don't drink every single day. Hopefully not. Like, I would hope that nobody would drink every single day. Just like I don't smoke every single day. I go 2 days out of the week, 3 days out of the week. Like, I'll rotate days or whatever. Like, I don't need to smoke every day. I just like to smoke mostly before I go to sleep. And I like to smoke when I wake up because it wakes me up. Oh, no, but I feel like that's a common theme. Is that, like, people just accept drinking but then judge smoking. I feel like it's a common thing in, like, all of federal laws or whatever. Like, why can you drink when it kills you and marijuana doesn't kill you, but you can't smoke?
It's dumb, dude.
It is. How are you feeling? You feeling the fucking plug and play or what?
Yeah, I just went through like 12 dimensions. And now I'm coming back. 3, 2, 1.
So, this is episode 3. we've been here.
Episode 3.
Have did you bring any topics? Did you bring anything that you wanted to discuss today? I know we kind of just went off the cuff for a little bit, but if there's anything you want to touch on today.
I think we recorded it in one of our other podcasts, but I've been thinking about the election a lot. And how there's like a shadiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where, uh, like, I don't just want to vote for somebody else just because they're not Trump. I want to vote for somebody because they're a good person.
Yeah.
And like good for the country. And I feel like the far left, or the normal left now, even a little bit, is kind of gathering to a point where they want Trump impeached at any cost necessary. Rather, because if he gets impeached, then he can't run again. Right? So there's like this agenda now to catch him in something before the election comes, so that they can impeach him, so that they don't even have to run against him. Yeah. And like, I totally get every inch of that. Like, I get why you wouldn't want to risk the future of the country on a 50-50 coin toss. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of scary to think if he was going to do anything crazy, he would have 4 more years to do it. You know, a lot of people would probably not like that.
Yeah, a lot of people would probably think too that he would have like tried to just play the first term normal, and then if he was going to do anything crazy, do it in the second term.
Yeah, because then you can't really take him down anymore. You got to get him impeached. But to be impeached, it's such a process. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, oh, we don't like him, get him impeached. It's kind of like, gotta be like, no, they gotta fit this mold and this mold and this mold. And so they're trying to like shove a circle into a square.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't like that. I feel like that's shady.
No, it is.
I agree that Trump has made a lot of really like pointless negative decisions within his 4 years. But at the same time, I mean, we're still the U.S., we still have a lot of similarities to what we had to Obama. You know, there's not much change to the average American, necessarily. You know what I mean? It's on the wider scale. It's different things around the country. It's not necessarily every single person. And that's what happens to the Republicans, too. Like, the Republicans were like, Obama is totally the Antichrist. This is the end times. And then, out of nowhere, Trump's the savior again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, totally everything's fine now. Forget what we said about the end times.
Yeah, no, it's a double standard on both sides.
It is. It's dumb, though. I don't like it.
It's weird.
It scares me, though.
I don't like political parties at all. George Washington, when this country first started, warned against political parties. He didn't want political parties because he knew that it would just be the end of democracy in a sense. It's just one side trying to gain more power so that they could rule, like, not rule, but guide the country's laws in their favor, in what they believe in. And it's weird. It's just a constant power struggle, really, at the top of our country. And which party can get the presidency? Which party could get the Congress? Which party could get majority of Congress? Which party could do whatever?
It's so dumb because it always switches.
Exactly.
Like, whenever there's a Republican president, the Democrats get the House and the Republicans get the Senate. If there's a Democratic president, the Democrats get the Senate, the Republicans get the House. Like, it just switches every time. Like, we kind of just go through this weird cycle that we all know what's going to happen at the end of the 4 years. Like, I remember in 2015, I think it was, I was saying, I don't care about Ben Carson or all those other guys or I was like, it's either gonna be Bernie Sanders versus Trump or Hillary Clinton versus Trump. And then Bernie Sanders got smacked. But then Hillary got
Bullshit
smacked.
too.
Hillary got smacked in terms of like factual evidence that made her look bad to the like
No, for
general
sure.
public. So Trump just looked better by default. That's what he does. He always just makes somebody else go so low that they look just a little bit worse than him for a second.
Yeah, but I don't think he could do that with Bernie. And another dark
No,
horse
I don't
in the
think
race.
so either.
There's
Which
another.
is sketch.
Yeah,
How did he not get through? He probably would have gotten through.
he probably should have gotten through.
Definitely. They
But
cut
what
off
about
half.
Beto O'Rourke?
I've seen him. He's cool.
I like him.
I like his
And
interviews.
they've done preliminary like things. He would lead Trump in Texas. And Texas was the biggest state for Trump.
Texas is a big one, yeah.
Texas was one of the biggest states for Trump because Hillary had California.
I like him and Buttigieg.
Like I haven't seen him,
He's
but
cool. He's gay. And a Marine.
he's a gay Marine.
He's a gay Marine.
But no, so dude, yeah, Beto O'Rourke he would lead Trump in Texas, and Texas was literally the biggest state for Trump last election.
I feel like Biden can't beat Trump right now. And probably Kamala Harris can't beat Trump right now.
No, I don't think Biden could. As much as I do like Joe Biden, I like him as a person. I like him. I like his ideas. He's more centrist, if anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, and he was a good friend of John McCain, who I also liked. I like John McCain, but that's about as far right as I would go. But yeah,
You know who
It's
I
weird.
really liked on the right? And
Who?
I don't even know what happened to him. Ron Paul.
Ron Paul, I remember him.
He was cool.
He was cool.
He was like legit cool. He was like a Republican Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
The closest thing they've had, as far as I know.
yeah, definitely.
But the media on that side, Fox News, wouldn't talk about him.
Well,
Yeah,
because he was
that's right.
almost more left.
No, I know, but that's the shitty thing is he was somebody who could probably have like united a country, and because they want right only, they didn't let him through.
Yeah.
They shunned him and they kind of like blackballed him, and he didn't get any kind of airtime. Nobody even knew who he was or his policies. Like hardly anybody I talked to about that election even knows who that is.
For
I'm
real?
like, seriously, you don't know who Ron Paul was? They're like, no, who's that? I'm like, ah. But there's people like that. Like, I feel like Bernie's like that. Andrew Yang seems like that.
Andrew Yang.
Um,
Him, I
Buttigieg
think
and
Beto.
O'Rourke are probably like that.
Yeah.
You know, right there. Those are the people who I would want to see take it and see what they
Definitely.
can do.
I think O'Rourke is one of my favorite candidates. But at the same time, I don't know if he would win. I don't know if he
No,
would.
I
I
don't
don't know
think
if he would get nominated.
Him or Buttigieg. I don't think he would either.
I
think
don't
he's
know.
cool.
Andrew Yang is gaining a lot of steam.
No, honestly,
And
I'm
I like
excited
Andrew
for
Yang.
him. He's cool. He's young. He's fresh.
He's
I
first
like all these
Asian
old
president.
First Asian president. A Yang in the White Hang.
It's the new Yang dynasty. Ooh, we're out. Was that racist?
I probably no less than mine. What I just said. Yang in the White Hang.
I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like, but yeah, either way, I like Andrew Yang a lot. He's cool. He's really cool.
He's a cool dude. He seems authentic, which is cool.
That's the only thing that, like, Trump definitely doesn't feel like, and most Republicans don't. But Hillary didn't either. She's not authentic.
No, I was tripping on Hillary. I was like, nah, I don't
She's
know
like
about this
Republican. How is she Democratic? I don't know how she is. I don't even know how she's considered it. I guess some of her policies, but
I think it's just because she was a woman. That was her biggest thing. Was like, we I'm with her. That was the thing.
Yeah, it was.
And it made me nervous because it was emotion led. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with her is talking not about her policies, not about what she wants to do with the country, just about the fact that she is going to be this first monumental woman president. And I was like, that's cool. I respect that. But right here, this is a country. Like, we don't need accolades before the country running. We just need somebody to run it good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you to. Like, Obama was cool, but I didn't like him because he was the first black president. I liked him because I liked him better than Romney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Romney was trippy as heck. Romney was flipping on everything.
Romney's.
And he just had that sketchy face.
Dude, his family. Like, I think his parents were born in Mexico, but they never spoke any Spanish because there's this one city in Mexico that is just full of Mormons, and it's an entire Mormon city.
No,
where
yeah.
nobody
He was
speaks
super
Spanish,
Mormon,
right?
And all the Christians
Nobody
were like,
speaks Spanish
we
there.
need to vote for him. And I was like, really? Are you hearing what he's talking about at all?
He literally, yeah, it's fucking weird.
Like, he had a plan similar to Obamacare. He just didn't, like, part of what he didn't want was to have it called Obamacare. He didn't want to enhance Obamacare. He wanted to eradicate Obamacare for Romneycare, which is basically the same thing, minus a couple of the cool stuff. You know, and, like, for money's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, everybody was just like, yeah, well, he's Christian. I was like, he's kind of Mormon.
He's kind of, like, not Christian at all.
No. I was just like, you guys don't even agree with what he's saying. You just don't like the black guy because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, that was another thing. There was a lot of people who didn't even know what Obama was talking about. They just didn't like him.
I know, yeah.
Why were we going to put
They're
him
like, why isn't he wearing a suit jacket? He's only wearing the shirt?
Yeah, the judgment of every single thing he did. Nobody cared about the other Democrats.
No. It's weird. It's a weird thing. You can see the toll that it kind of took on Obama. The job. How he was aging so gracefully, and then he just went from, like, looking 45 to, like,
literally, though,
70.
He looked old as heck, but now he's chilling.
He's back again.
Like,
yeah.
he's at retirement, like, OG Obama level. Like, every time I see Obama, I want to see him just with a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
some shit. Just
said,
a
respect.
fat blunt.
Do it. Smoke it. Hit it.
Fat ass blunt.
Yeah,
for
just
Obama.
something super long, something super nice for Obama, because he went through some crap. But so did George Bush. Like, George
Bush did 9/11.
He did not do it. He was the face of it. I doubt he had any part of it.
George Bush.
I doubt he had
Bush
any
9/11.
part of it.
I don't
I think
doubt
they
it.
used his face.
He was a scapegoat.
I don't think Donald Trump is running everything like we would think. I think there's a lot of stuff that the people who helped Donald Trump get there are running around.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Dude, don't get me started on 9/11, man. Come on.
No, but it's weird, isn't it?
No,
I
yeah,
think
9/11
Bush had a
definitely
thing
was a
in
planned
it.
attack, and it doesn't seem like it was who we thought it was, because when we went over there, we didn't find what they claimed we found initially to go over there. We did not find weapons of mass destruction.
WMD.
So it leads to the question, then why else were we out there, right? And it's like, well, if it wasn't the weapons of mass destruction that we were claiming, maybe it was for this oil stuff that they were getting over there. They were chilling with this oil stuff. So then you think, okay, well, obviously they weren't just gonna go there and start taking oil. So what did they need to do? They needed some reason for America to support the idea of troops being out there.
Yeah.
In the first place. What better way than a countrywide outcry?
Yeah.
Support your country. Your country is in need. People are going to war towards us.
It's so crazy, too.
And people believed it.
But at the same time, 9/11 changed the world in the way that everybody does air trafficking. You know? It's some crazy shit that
Yeah,
even
but it
if
wasn't even
what
that
if it
bad.
was planned by the United States, and then just this one thing just changes the entire way the world
Well,
runs.
it seems as though if it was planned, the counter actions are also planned prior to them
So
implementing them.
like
So they
they were
wanted to control
they
stuff.
knew what they were gonna do with like what's it called, the TSA and stuff. Before they were like, all right, so this is ready. Now let's attack and then implement
Then
all of these
everybody will be like,
restrictions.
"Oh, we'll take us some TSA. We want to be safe in the air."
Yeah, like they're like so many restrictions. Air
They
marshals. Do you know
literally
what?
can
Do you know
see
what an air
you
marshal is?
naked. Huh?
You know what an air
Oh
marshal
yeah,
is?
they're on every plane.
Every plane is
No,
undercover.
like honestly, that probably would have been the best case scenario.
Yeah.
You have one or two guys undercover on every plane. You're good for most cases.
Yeah.
I mean, bombs are crazy, so yeah, you should probably have some metal detectors.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, other than that, if somebody was going to stab somebody on the plane, you're in such a confined area that you would probably be able to spot that guy out and at least tase him before he got through too many people. Like, I go on planes. It's not easy to get off the plane. How
No.
this guy gonna be like hopping through like the whole plane? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like realistically speaking, our safety when it comes to like a knife or a sharp object or even maybe a gun is not gonna be helped by me not bringing like a whole bottle of my freaking mouthwash.
No, but yeah, I don't know why we can't take an entire fucking bottle of shampoo.
No, see,
Or, like-
well that goes to the thing where it's like they want you to give up as much as you can.
Yeah, it's weird.
And
That could
and
be
they'll give
all
you
of-
anything you need.
That could have just been the government's plan to just limit everything that you could travel with, limit everything that you could do this. Like,
It really makes sense if you think about it as if it's a governmental plan.
yeah.
Because then you think of stuff like Eagle Eye
Yeah.
and stuff like Edward Snowden talked about where they're actually monitoring stuff within this.
Yeah.
They got us everywhere. We're in the plane. If we have something extra on the plane, they knew about it from the time we checked in.
Yeah.
They saw our emails. We're already checked in. They're just not telling us. They tell us whatever they need as soon as somebody leaks, but they got a good system to where not much leaks.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like people aren't reacting enough to Snowden.
No, yeah, people think it's like a cool movie.
Yeah, but
They're
it's
like, oh, I
like,
want to be a hacker.
oh, this shit fucking happened. Oh,
Yeah,
this shit is
based
true.
on a true story, my dude.
Of our country.
Yeah, of our country, not like 20 years ago, like 200 years ago. 200 years ago. It's now. It's like a while back, but it's now.
Yeah.
It's real stuff. And just because he said it doesn't mean they stopped. And just because like Obama came out and said, no, we don't do that. I don't know what Edward was talking about. Edward had proof. They were just lying.
I know. And nobody talks about Obama's part in that either. Like how everybody talks about Bush did 9/11. But like Obama was there for Snowden. It's the same thing.
See, but that's where I go to. The presidents are just puppets in a way.
Yeah.
There's
We
no
don't
way
even need a president.
that when he was talking about yes we can, he was definitely thinking like, okay, so I'm gonna get in the government and they're gonna be spying on everybody. I'm gonna be super cool with it because I know I'm not doing nothing wrong and we're just gonna get the terrorists. Like, there's no way he could have prepared for what it is when you become like a president. Like all the stuff you know, all the stuff you can't tell nobody, all the stuff
Aliens.
that happens if you tell somebody.
Aliens.
You know, they have mass amounts of like mazes. You know what I mean? Like, what's that guy's name who went on Joe Rogan and talked about the aliens? Yeah,
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Robert Lazar. That's
Lazar.
his name. Bob Lazar. But yeah, dude, that shit's crazy. It's so real.
It is. It's
There's
so
no
real.
way that it
But if
can't be
you
real.
look at it in terms of like some sort of you look at it like a human, maybe not even definitely a human, but somebody, a being, right, created the system of these two people work together, and if anything happens, these two people know nothing about the other 12 things we have going on. You know what I mean? Their
Yeah.
infrastructure is crazy. Like, they're so protected. If somebody goes out and tells, they end up committing suicide and looking crazy
Dude, you
for
know
so
what's
long.
Bob Lazar was talking about that one thing that measures the biometrics thing. It was a hand scanner and it measured the length of the bones in your fingers. So that's how they would unlock doors and shit. They would have the length of their bones measured through a hand scanner, and they put their hand in, and it was they when Bob Lazar said that was a thing, everybody came out. They were like, "There's no such thing. That's fake. Like, that's super fake." 30 years later, whatever, random just comes out that that this technology existed, and it is what they used back then in Area 51.
No, I know. It's literally so true, and nobody even wants to admit it. Everybody just wants to be like, no, I don't think so. Well, you guys are conspiracies. It's like, no, this is happening.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't know if there's much you can do about it, though. I think if it is true, if it's all true, then the best thing to do is realize that you're not what you think you are, and you can be much more or much less.
Yeah.
You can either let it make you give up because you're like, well, this is pointless, or you could realize, like, you understand something that most of the population doesn't in terms of how much value you want to have your time be. People will spend 500 hours to make $5,500, and that's it. You know,
Yeah, it's
they don't
weird.
get that time back. Like, there's a saying that, like, on your deathbed, nobody ever wishes they took that extra shift at work. Like, everybody wishes they would have done something else with their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't be like, man, I knew I could have taken those 8 hours. It would have
I
made me
shouldn't have
80 more
done that
dollars.
VTO, the volunteer time off, at Amazon.
Yeah, like literally. So, I don't know.
It's a weird concept, work. Because if you're not in the workforce, people judge you because you're not doing what they're doing.
Yeah, you're not subjecting yourself to whatever they're doing. So then, by their own definition, based off of how much they feel they give to it, right? They're like, I work so hard at my job. I've crossed milestones at my job. I am a senior vice president, manager, apprentice, trainer, wizard in training.
Yeah.
You know, they have all these words.
Titles.
Yeah, titles. But they're pointless in a sense because they're linear. They're not.
Yeah.
People think that it makes them go higher up on the scale, but if anything, it just takes them further down this way. And so you're not going up, you're just moving down.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just like moving at the same rate, basically.
Yeah, you're still at the same rate, you're at the same pace, but you think that, oh, I got a promotion. Oh, I'm making $3 more an hour. Oh, I'm making $5 more an hour. That's really good. But in the scheme of how much time you're having to give to that, 45 hours a week, and coming on your days off, and you know, no, don't go to the doctor's office right now. We need you. It's busy. No, don't go hang out with your friends. We need you. It's busy. Uh, Stay late. We need you. It's cleaning day. Whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
for as much as you sacrifice to that job, they're giving you pennies of their money. You made them twice as much as they pay you in a year, you made them that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or within a week of working there. Just your services made them that. But they gave you, freaking 4-piece chicken nugget.
No, yeah, for real, it's weird. It's a weird concept because it makes the rich richer
and keeps the poor poor. Like, but they are intentionally doing it.
And
so
but it sucks because the people at the bottom of the ladder, they're like, oh, I get this promotion, I'm moving up, but they have it set up to where it's hard to move out of a specific part of it, you know? No, like rarely does a regular worker at Popeyes become the CEO of Popeyes, you know? That I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's rare, definitely.
Like, you might be able to get to, like, district manager.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not even going that high up into the ladder, you're saying just
yeah, like it goes from, like, shift
you could be
lead.
an area coach.
Yeah, like, shift lead to, like, freaking restaurant manager to GM to district manager. And then it goes, like, way higher, you know?
But you don't go from, like, a fry cooker in the back to McDonald's owner at the end of your shift. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's scheduled to ensure that you're not gonna become a McDonald's owner.
Yeah, it's scheduled to like take your entire life, basically.
Yeah, as much as you're worth.
Yeah.
Whatever you give them is all you're worth to them. It's like a grape, and they just squish you, and they're just like, huh?
Yeah, that's why they want you to enter the workforce at like 18, 20, whatever.
Your prime.
Yeah. And then go until like
45,
50. Well, probably like 50, 60. And that's when you outlive your usefulness.
Exactly.
To the company. They just want to take away all of the time that you're able-bodied and that you're able to do the things that you want to do in life. They want to take that time away.
I don't even think it's intentional. I think it's just that it's valuable. And
it's just the infrastructure of the workforce is just built upon it.
Yeah, but schools are intentionally built to guide you to the workforce. They're always asking you. Every grade, pretty much. What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, no, that's not a real one. You got to be like this. And then they give you like 5 or 6 that you can be that are similar but not the same. And so what you wanted to be turns into what they wanted to be within like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've totally changed whatever it was. And it's not to say that you probably wouldn't have wanted to be an astronaut, considering all the things that like is required to be an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to say that you were discouraged initially before you even found out what it costs. You know what I mean? There's an intentional discouragement of anything outside the norm.
It's weird. It's almost as if everyone's in a contest against each other.
It seems like it a little bit. Like everybody's getting points for specific things they do.
But it's all in their head. It's in everybody's head.
It's implanted. It's like a when you get a new computer and it comes with that like crappy software that's security, but basically it's like you can't go on any website other than Google Chrome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the homepage or whatever.
Yeah.
So you go into the back and you delete it. Most people don't go into the back and delete it. They just leave it on. They let it keep doing the stupid thing where it's like checking you every 3 weeks, like you're unsecure. They don't know that they could simply eradicate this by just going in the back, right there, click and delete, and you're done. They would rather sit there and complain that this is always popping up and that they gotta click it away, than take the extra 5 minutes to go into the editing room and just cut it out.
No, yeah, it's weird. People will complain about inconveniences and then do nothing to fix it.
They want somebody else to. We have like created a group of people that is like entitled in a sense that they want it and they think they deserve to get it, even if they don't deserve to get it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think anybody doesn't deserve happiness or like good things. But at the same time, you don't always deserve those things. Like, sometimes you do things that are undeserving or deserving of something else that's not good. And like, people don't want to own up to that. People think
no, it's a weird thing. Everybody thinks that. Well, I mean, everybody's world does revolve around them, at the center of it, you know, but you're doing things to get you happier in life. I think that's what everybody wants to do. Some people like working because they like trying to get money. They like the grind or whatever, you know. I respect it. I respect it. It is fulfilling for some people. I don't know if it's fulfilling for me though. Which I think should be okay too.
Though. Like, the way you worked shows that, you know, to meet a goal and to get like things done was appealing enough for you to do it consistently. Because at any point throughout the time you were there, you could have been like, "Fuck this, I quit." But something kept you coming, and it was like the monetary gain.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You stay late, you get paid overtime or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah. When I was working like 50 hours at Wendy's,
and that's like your serotonin though. Like, the give and take of that was totally just your serotonin. Like, whoa, you know, like, I'm high, and then as you started seeing it, you're like, but that's it. It's just like a fabricated high. It's not me really being happy here. It's just they're making me feel good. You know, they give me good food, they give me this, they give me free this, whatever. They give me good pay when I do more. You know, it's an incentive, like a cheese and a mouse and the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking about.
We all run the rat race until we realize, like, hold up, I didn't just get out of here and get some cheese. Like, for real, I didn't even gotta go through all this.
Yeah, it's weird because so many people are just content. They're content with that fulfillment thing that you're talking about. And I mean, I was content for a while. I think I could work somewhere as a regular job, but it would definitely not be fast food.
No, yeah, definitely. It was like a fabricated content. You're like, I'm happy where I'm at because of what I have and what I can do.
Yeah.
But you're like, I definitely don't want it.
It was fun, but at the same time, I'm happier now
without it
than I was when I was working there. Definitely.
Yeah. No, yeah, that definitely makes sense because it's not there to make you happy. Right?
Yeah.
Like, technically, and that's the lie we're told. It's like, you gotta go do this so you can make yourself happy, so you can make yourself money and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's one of the ways. They don't tell you it's one of the ways. They tell you it's the way. This is how you gotta go. And we believe it because most adults believe it. You know, most of our friends believe it. If they're not believing it, they're like on drugs, talking about they're gonna be at the park tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, they're not applying themselves to anything necessarily. They're just like chilling.
It's weird because school doesn't teach you to apply yourself to anything except for work.
No, yeah, exactly. It's a funnel straight into the workforce, and we only realize it after we get out the funnel. We're like, oh, I hate it here. This is weird. Why am I here? And it's like, that was the accidental default that most people don't like turn off. It's just default. You know, it feels like a part of you, and the longer you have it, the harder it is to let go. You know, like, we know people who don't want to let go of it, but it's because it's hard. It's like they've associated that as themselves, right? Their spiritual being or whatever you want to, like, their existence is tied to that.
A lot of people do basically their what is it called? They're titled by their job in a sense. They're like connected to their job
by the title.
Yeah, in a sense, you know, like, oh, first thing somebody asks, it's their identity. is their job, you know? It's weird. Because if you ask someone, they're like, if you meet a new person, one of the first things a lot of people ask is, oh, like, where do you work? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so ingrained, indoctrinated.
It's like a representation of, like, your worth, almost.
Yeah.
It's like, what? How worthy are you? You know, and you're like 40,000. They're like, yeah, I make 80. You know, like that's literally the conversation at the end of it.
No, it is.
You know, it's like, how much do you make, and what do you have? Have you bought anything with your money? No, you're saving it. You know, I have a house, and I make that. Yeah, and I saved a lot. You know, it's like, why are you telling me this? I'll get your bank card. Cool.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
It's a weird flex, almost. But, like, it's a common flex. So
I think it's, like, the most common flex, too. It's like, oh, I work here.
I think at one point it actually kind of did matter like that.
Probably.
And we kind of just do it because it was done. Like, there's a lot of things we do that we don't know why we're doing it anymore. We're just like,
yeah, they just don't make sense.
We've done it. So
yeah.
It's tradition. Like, even the presidency. Like, it's not necessarily necessary. But
Yeah.
we do it because it's like, well, that's the United States.
That's the it was in the Constitution is a lot of the thing that I hear.
Is it?
But
is that why?
I don't know, like, not necessarily the presidency itself, but a lot of things that we follow now. Everybody uses that as an excuse. It's in the Constitution. The Constitution was written 200 and whatever years ago. You know?
Yeah.
It's not relevant to today in a lot of ways. Some ways it might be, but a lot of ways it isn't. But at the same time,
we should be able to, like...
Yeah. When was the last time we made an amendment to the Constitution? I don't remember. You know? It's a weird thing. It's a very weird thing. I don't think enough people talk about it. Because I think we need to update it, you know?
No, yeah, I think we're afraid of change. I think that's a big thing, too.
I think, yeah, that's facts.
We don't like when it becomes different because this is comfortable. You know, we like having a little battle, a little civil war. Mm-hmm. And then we go back to normal. We don't care about it that much. There's, like, people who do, but, like, it's the middle. And it's not everybody. And then we go back to fighting again. I changed my mind. I like this thing now. Yeah. But it's not like it really matters. And it's not like much about it actually changes. Like, half of people's speeches are things that never happened. Like, Obama got 2 terms. And there was just things he couldn't do. You know, because of the people that were also in place. Like, checks and balances. Like, he could never change some of the stuff that we all voted him in there to change. And I think some people, like, categorize him getting the presidency as him being able to do all this good. And it's like, yeah, he did good. Like, there are good things he did. But there's also bad things he did. Things that probably most people wouldn't agree to do now.
Yeah,
things
for sure.
He did behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Things we'll never even hear about. You know what I mean? Like, drone strikes were a big thing for Obama. Like, that was killing a bunch of people that may not have always been the exact target.
Yeah.
You know, but it was what he said was necessary. I hate when people do that, where it's like, if a Republican says it, I hate it. But if my guy says it, let's do it. It's like,
I know, yeah.
You're so close-minded. Like, no, you don't do that. If you agree with it, then agree with it. Because it would be better to be an American than a Democrat or a Republican anyway.
Yeah, I hate political parties.
It's dumb.
I try to always go, like, centrist view. I do lean left. I really do. I definitely lean more left than right.
I lean old school left. I lean like early 2008, 2012 left.
I feel it.
Like Obama era left.
Yeah, I definitely don't like the radical leftists now.
Yeah, it's becoming a problem. I don't know. Like, I saw this other thing where this dude was doing an interview, I think for some sort of protest,
Mm-hmm.
and this lady started coming up to him, like, cussing him out, and then somebody just straight up, like, sideswiped decked him. And he was just a reporter out there. Just
Was it
reporting.
the Asian dude?
No, it was a Mexican guy.
Oh. But yeah,
I was speaking Spanish. But, like, straight up, people are just beating people up. And in the name of, like, freedom and
Antifa.
my rights. And, yeah, Antifa and all that. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care, your orientations or whatever. Like,
yeah.
You don't get to just go beat people up and
No.
then hide behind that.
Dude, radical lefts are hating on that one guy. I forget his name. What's his name? He was on Joe Rogan. But,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, he is a center. He was right-leaning. But at the same time, I mean, he's definitely leans right. He's a Republican, I would say. Or at least he's conservative. He's a conservative person. But he's a journalist, and he went to an Antifa rally, and they just fucked his shit up. Like, they just fucked him up. They gave him a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, and see, like, they think they're cool for doing that. Like, they like
But
doing that.
they were calling him a white supremacist, but he's Vietnamese and gay.
Oh, yeah. I think you could possibly still hate other races.
No, yeah, but I don't think you could be a white supremacist.
Not the
I mean,
original
but that's the weird part. They weren't even calling him a racist. He could definitely be a racist,
Yeah,
but
it's
he
a lot of
can't
weird
be
definitions
a
happening,
white
too.
supremacist, you
There's
know?
a lot of new things. It's like when you used to play a game with the little kid. You're playing, like, checkers, and then they, like, jump you 3 times, and you're like, no, you can't do that. You can only go this way or that way. They're like, no, it's a new rule. I just made it up. It's where you could do a Z. And it's like, no, that's not a thing. You don't just get to make up whatever you want, and everybody has to follow it. And
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like, we've given people the opportunity to speak their minds so much that they think they deserve to speak their mind for everybody else on every topic. It's like, well, I don't like meat, so why do you eat it? You care about global warming. You're contributing to the freaking ozone thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you can't be everything for everybody. It's just like, chill, dude. Go not eat pizza over there at the not pizza place. Like, why do you go into other people's places to let them know how weird they are?
No,
To you.
it's... People will find any reason to attack other people, really, when
It's
it comes
honestly
down
like
to it.
religion.
It's a lot like religion.
Or
In
like
a
how
sense that, like...
religion's been sometimes.
Yeah, in a sense that some religions try to tear down other religions. It's intentionally placing yourself in somewhere where you could attack someone that you disagree with.
Yeah.
When the other person is just like, doing their own thing.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think that's a strong tactic of, like, the radical left, and more so, like, commonly now, the normal left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this really fast blame mentality where it's like, well, you don't agree with me, and I don't know anything about what you're saying anymore. You're just a homophobic, transphobe, Muslimphobe, Islamophobe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody kind of just, directs their anger at you instead of somebody else. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
weird.
Not
But,
the person who's wrong.
yeah. But at the same time, I also feel like some of it is fabricated, to be honest. Because it's been proven that there are Russian bots that set up events in America of, like, it'll be a left-sided type of event, you know? Like an event, what's a left-sided event? I don't know. But they would have, like, a left-sided event, something about, like, helping Islam at a mosque or whatever. helping like Islamic people at a mosque or something, you know? And then across the street, another profile created by a Russian bot will have an NRA meeting or something like that. So then there's right-sided people across the street, and then it just starts a big fight, you know? Like a big whatever. But it's all instigated through other means. It's like propaganda type shit.
Whoa. We're gonna be releasing episodes twice a week.
Yes. We have figured out a schedule. I think it's going to be, Monday, Friday?
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Good.
It has been.
My name is Chris.
My name is Tim. It has been another Brain Damage Podcast.
Young Quasi.
Young Quasi.
Quasimoto.
Low battery mode.
Low battery mode?
Low battery mode.
That's a cool one. Alright. It's Young Quasi and Low Battery Mode. Signing out.